Why is he right on top of me? Perfect.
That's why.
Shoo! Do you want to unlock your true damage potential in Destiny 2? Well, stick around because I'm going to show you a powerful Strand Warlock build that will leave your teammates in awe of its damage output. Real quick, before we get into the video, I do have a Discord if you want to interact with the community, find teammates for farms, and get PvE help from me. So feel free to join if you're looking for a welcoming community open to all skill levels. Link is in the description. We would love to have you. Now, let's jump right in. In this build, the theme here is to get our grapple grenade back as fast as possible to reload our rocket launcher with Threat of Ascent. We want to use grapple grenades because it has the lowest base cooldown, which will help us to shoot all of our rockets during DPS. We're also going to be using Threat of Generation to help us get our grapple back even faster by dealing damage, which trust me, we'll be doing plenty of with this build. Another fragment that is mandatory is the Thread of Evolution, which allows threadlings from our Needlestorm super to travel 30% faster and farther and also deal 33% more damage to bosses and mini-bosses. The last fragment is kind of up to you, but I prefer to use Thread of Continuity for the 50% increased unravel time that our powered melee Arcane Needle will apply to our targets. Unraveling a target permeates them in a destructive strand matter, and as they take damage, it will create unraveled projectiles that will do even more damage. It's not much, but it all adds up in the end. For aspects, I like to use Weaver's Call and the Wanderer to give me a total of 4 fragment slots. The Wanderer is also really useful for yeeting tangles and flying across the map. And although Weave Walk is super cool and fun, I prefer to have the 4 fragment slots total instead of 3, so that's why I don't run that aspect for this build. For our exotic armor piece, we're going to be using Necrotic Grip to apply a poison effect on any target we hit with our Arcane Needle powered melee. This helps to get a source of damage over time on our target, which will feed into Threat of Generation. These gauntlets will also pair perfectly with the Wither Horde to help us get another damage over time effect to again help synergize with Threat of Generation. Multiple damage over time effects is definitely better than one. For my energy slot, I like to run a Cartesian coordinate since it's solar and a rapid fire frame fusion. If you don't have a Cartesian coordinate, I would recommend using any other rapid fire fusion rifle you're comfortable with to help you proc bait and switch faster on our rocket launcher, which is the Apex Predator. Apex Predator with reconstruction, bait and switch, impact casing, and a boss spec mod is our prime damage source for this build. Lastly, for the mods, you absolutely want to run triple solar surge for that 22% extra damage for our Cartesian and Apex Predator. Also, be sure to run triple time dilations on your class item to help your armor charges last as long as possible to keep your surges activated. On the gauntlets, I like to run a solar dexterity mod to help get those rocket and fusion swaps going even faster. I also pair this with an impact induction to help get grenade energy back whenever we use a powered melee. Now that we've got the build set up, let's go over how to use it. For your rotations, you're going to want to start off by shooting a Wither Horde shot and then immediately following that up with a powered melee to apply our damage over time effects onto our target. Then of course shoot a fusion shot to proc bait and switch, pull out your rocket, dump your rockets, then immediately use your grapple grenade to reload your rocket and shoot it again. If you need to, you can always use your other 2 powered melees to help you get your grenade back via impact induction. Anytime that you don't have a grenade readily available or a powered melee to use impact induction on, you then want to cast your super. Hitting a boss with your super will for sure give you a full grapple grenade back, so you can repeat that rotation until you've dumped all of your rockets. So again, to recap, that's Wither Horde, melee, fusion, rocket, rocket, grenade, rocket, super, and by that time you'll have another grapple grenade immediately back, and you just repeat that whole process over and over again. And feel free to weave in some of your powered melees there to help you get back your grapple grenades again so that you can dump all of your rockets. When we use our grapple grenade to reload our rocket launcher, make sure that you're looking straight down at the ground and then use your grenade like this. And as you can see, I've already gained 50% of that grapple grenade energy back instantly. What we don't want to do is use our grapple grenade to yeet ourselves somewhere like this, because as you can see, now my full grenade energy is gone. So that will hinder this build if you accidentally do that. Just make sure that you're using it at the ground. Obviously, once you have that 50% grenade energy back, Thread of Generation is going to help you get back that grenade even faster. Also, remember to keep applying Wither Horde shots and weave in some fusion shots too to reapply bait and switch every once in a while. So when you put all of that together, it'll look something like this. Why is he right on top of me? Perfect.
That's why.
Sheesh. Almost 4 milli. If you don't know already, it's also worthy to mention that only one person on the fire team can run Necrotic Grips and Wither Horde since multiple do not stack. The only exception to that is one body shot and one ground shot from Wither Horde. Those do stack. But that isn't always a viable option. So for alternatives, you can either run Ophidian Aspect for faster swaps and reloads for all of your weapons, or you can use Apotheosis Veil, Threadling Grenades, and a demo bait and switch Apex Predator. Same basic premise here, but after you use your super, you're just going to alternate throwing a grenade and shooting a rocket until your ability regen from Apotheosis Veil runs out, which would look something like this. Drop well. That's going to be it for me today, but let me know down in the comments if you learned anything from today's video. If you did, consider subscribing to the channel if you're part of the 98% not already subbed for more Destiny 2 tips, tricks, and guides. It is absolutely free and helps out the channel a ton. Thank you so much for watching, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.